Dear soul, today, the angels bring you a powerful message full of revelations about that special person who occupies a place in your heart and who silently harbors intense thoughts and feelings towards you. Often, even if it's not noticeable at first glance, there is a universe of unexpressed emotions, contained desires and regrets that this person carries, even when they seem distant and indifferent. Spirituality is here to unveil what's going on inside them and share these hidden secrets that can transform the way you understand this relationship. This person, who may have adopted a cold or distant attitude, is actually in a constant battle with themselves. Every time she tries to move on or keep quiet, a whirlwind of memories and feelings resurfaces, leading her to reflect on the moments they shared. By moving away, she believed that this decision would bring peace and control over her emotions. But what the angels reveal is that the silence she herself chose is now what torments her most. In the moments when she seems to be doing well, her heart is filled with longing and a silent regret that only grows with the passing of time. Before continuing the message, write in the comments, "I take possession." Now, continuing the message, darling, know that this person constantly relives moments with you, from the most trivial conversations to silent glances. Every detail is remembered and gradually becomes an emptiness that they try to fill in various ways. The angels show that, even without contact, your presence has become a constant in her life, like an invisible bond that connects her to you and prevents her from forgetting. This bond, although painful, is also something that makes her grow and face what she really feels. Spirituality reveals that, despite appearing to be in control, this person feels that your absence has left a mark that nothing else can fill. The decision to remain distant, which seemed to be an act of strength, has turned out to be a source of pain, a barrier that prevents them from fully experiencing what they feel. That's why the angels are by her side, helping her to face these emotions and mature. Even though she still hesitates, in her heart, she feels she needs to put right what has been left unfinished, even if that means challenging her own pride and facing her deepest fears. At times, she wonders if she should seek a rapprochement, but the fear of reliving the pain keeps her static. However, the angels tell her that deep down, she realizes that this internal struggle is actually an opportunity for healing and growth. When she walked away, she didn't imagine that this decision would bring to light everything she still needs to understand about herself and how she feels about you. Your absence, although difficult to accept, has become a mirror that leads her to see her own flaws and the need to open her heart. Dear soul, this person watches you grow with admiration. They see that, despite the difficulties, you maintain your serenity and move forward without losing your essence. This silent strength you carry inspires and challenges them to be better, to break free of their own barriers, and to see that love requires vulnerability and courage. Spirituality says that the example you offer is an invitation for them to drop the masks and be true to themselves, allowing themselves to live what they feel, without fear or reservations. However, the fear that you are no longer willing to make room for her torments her. This fear of losing the chance has been a force that has led her to rethink her attitudes and question whether her proud stance is worth the price she is paying. The angels show her that she believes she needs to stay strong, but this concept of strength is often what prevents her from pursuing what she really wants. In her thoughts, there is a longing for reunion, a desire to get closer to you, but there is also the fear that it will be too late. The angels ask you to remain patient and calm, because this person is going through a profound process of healing and maturing. Each step you take towards understanding yourself brings you closer to a possible rapprochement, but all this takes time. Spirituality wants you to know that even if she seems distant, her feelings for you are real. She just needs time to face her own fears and understand that love doesn't require perfection, but authenticity. Dear soul, the angels are revealing your loved one's deepest thoughts and are asking you to trust in divine timing, for it is perfect and always works for the greater good of all involved. Dear soul, as we continue the journey of revelations, the angels continue to unveil your loved one's deepest thoughts, showing that behind every choice they make, there are intense feelings and silent regrets. This person, despite having chosen silence and distance, is constantly reflecting on you and the impact this decision has had. What they can't admit in words, they express in thoughts and emotions that they can't push away, even if they try. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, 1111, to cry out. Although they seem calm and controlled in their demeanor, deep down this person is fighting a battle between the desire to get back together and the fear of confronting the past. Every time she thinks of you, feelings of longing and nostalgia invade her heart, bringing back memories she can't erase. These memories make her realize the value of your presence, your company, and every moment you shared. The angels reveal that the silence she kept with herself is what now torments her the most, reminding her that in trying to move on, she ended up distancing herself from something essential. These memories don't only come up in moments of calm, but also in those of greatest loneliness. When she closes her eyes, she remembers conversations, exchanges of glances, gestures of affection, and this creates an emptiness in her that nothing seems to fill. Spirituality reveals that, even if your loved one has tried to find in others what you represent, each attempt has only reinforced your importance in their life. This understanding awakens in her a mixture of gratitude and regret, as she realizes that she underestimated how much you meant. Even if they hesitate, there are times when they imagine themselves by your side, wanting another chance to share their truth with you, without fear or reservation. However, the fear of repeating past mistakes paralyzes her, and the angels show that this indecision reflects the insecurity she carries. She believes that she needs to heal from her own wounds and the fears that made her turn away. This healing process is slow, and spirituality asks you to be patient, as this person needs this time to find the courage to open up again. In addition, the angels tell you that they secretly follow your every move, admiring your strength and your ability to move forward. This inspires her, but it also challenges her, because she sees you as an example of resilience, someone who, even in the face of difficulties, keeps her own light burning. For her, you represent a quiet strength, a safe haven, something she misses and would like to have back in her life. However, the fear that you no longer want to give her that opportunity is what troubles her most. In her heart, she feels that by insisting on staying away, she may be wasting the chance to experience something true and lasting by your side. The angels reveal that, no matter how hard she has tried to stay away, the connection between you is a constant presence, a bond she can't break, and which makes her question every decision she makes. Dear soul, know that at this time, your loved one is going through a process of self-discovery and transformation. Spirituality is by her side, guiding her to face her own pride and understand that love does not demand perfection. The angels show that this person feels a growing desire to free themselves from the barriers they have built up and to seek a life where love can be lived authentically. At the same time, the angels ask you to maintain your own peace and serenity. This person's journey of self-knowledge is unique, and each step taken is an invitation to become someone with more integrity and awareness. Spirituality shows that this transformation is necessary so that, in the future, they can offer true and mature love. Before continuing the message, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please take the opportunity to subscribe. This helps us to continue creating meaningful content for you. Continuing the message, in her heart, this person knows that she allowed pride and fear of exposing herself to keep her away from what she wanted most. In moments of loneliness, she remembers how much your presence together brought peace, and each memory has become a constant reminder of what she has lost. Spirituality explains that she feels deep regret, but at the same time struggles to find a way back, fearing that it's too late. There is an intense duality between the desire to reconnect and the fear that her words no longer have the same value. In her thoughts, she rehearses the conversations she would like to have with you, imagines what she would say if she had the opportunity to open her heart. This desire for transparency is new for her, because until now she has chosen to hide and mask her emotions. The angels reveal that this transformation, although difficult, is proof that true love requires courage and sincerity. The angels also show that, deep down, this person admires the path you have chosen. They see how you have kept your composure, and how, despite the challenges, you have continued to move towards your own growth. This strength inspires in them a desire to be someone better, someone capable of experiencing love in an authentic and mature way. At the same time, regret weighs heavily on her heart, and she wonders what could have been different, what she could have done to avoid creating this distance. But beyond the longing and regret, there is a deeper transformation taking place. She realizes, perhaps for the first time, that true love requires responsibility and respect. Remembering the words and gestures they shared, she realizes that she was driven by an impulse of self-preservation, without realizing that this choice would bring painful consequences for both of them. Spirituality explains that she is being guided to let go of old fears, to confront the insecurities that have prevented her from loving fully. On days when she thinks of you, she is seized by a desire to do things differently. However, the fear that you have already moved on makes her hesitate. She fears that a reunion could bring more pain than healing, and that, by exposing herself, she'll end up discovering that you no longer want this connection. The angels show that this fear has been an obstacle for her, a barrier that prevents her from acting according to what her heart really wants. This person watches from afar, following the small steps you take. Secretly, they are filled with pride and admiration for the path you are taking, and this makes them reflect on their own journey. Spirituality reveals that she feels as if you are an inspiration, an example of resilience and courage, something she always wanted but never knew how to achieve. Seeing you move forward with dignity, without losing your essence, provokes in her a desire to be someone who can, one day, be by your side in a real way. The angels are asking you to understand the depth of this process. This person is on a journey of self-discovery, facing the shadows of the past and the emotional barriers that prevent them from fully living what they feel. For them, this is a difficult but necessary path. Each step she takes brings her closer to a broader understanding, and the angels are by her side, offering support and encouragement to overcome these difficulties. Dear soul, the angels also show that this person fears that pride has forever removed the chance to experience true love by her side. They wonder if silence and distance have extinguished the flame that once existed between you. When she thinks of you, she feels a deep longing and a desire to rewrite this story, to right the wrongs and build a new reality where the two of you can be together. However, this desire for rapprochement is accompanied by a need to reconcile with herself. She knows that in order to be truly by his side, she must first deal with her own weaknesses and fears. The angels explain that this is an essential step, so that one day you can build something solid and based on mutual trust. This is a process of healing and liberation, where each step brings you closer to your truth. For you, the angels ask for patience and serenity. This is a time of personal growth for both of you, and the angels want you to continue strengthening your essence. The transformation your loved one is going through is slow and takes time, but the angels assure you that each stage is an advance towards true love. This love she feels for you is real and deep, but it is also a love that calls for maturity and responsibility. She realizes that love means more than simply desiring. It means being present, accepting your mistakes, and being willing to evolve in order to be worthy of this feeling. Spirituality shows that, with each reflection, she understands that the love they share goes beyond the physical and connects to the spiritual, bringing a purpose of healing and learning for both. In moments of silence, this person indulges in a whirlwind of reflection. She thinks about everything they've lived through, the laughter, the glances, and the conversations that seemed simple but left deep marks. For her, these memories have become a place of refuge and at the same time of confrontation, a space where she comes face to face with her own feelings and the emptiness that her absence has left. The angels reveal that every time she tries to convince herself that moving on is the best way, her heart speaks louder, bringing up the desire to relive what you had. Dear soul, know that this person is still questioning the reasons why they walked away. They relive every choice, every unspoken word, as if they were trying to understand where everything began to go astray. Spirituality explains that this search is a painful but necessary process, so that they understand that behind every decision, there is a piece of themselves that they still need to accept and reconcile. She often finds herself wondering what it would have been like if she had acted differently, if she had shown what she really felt. Spirituality reveals that, behind the silence, this person harbors a deep desire to be able to go back in time and say the words they never said. Deep down, they wonder what your journey would have been like if they had allowed themselves to live this connection with more courage and less fear. The angels show her that this regret is a force that drives her to look for a way to reconnect with you, but at the same time, it is a constant reminder of her own limitations. This regret, however, is also something that generates a transformation. Instead of simply running away, this person begins to realize that they need to face these feelings in order to find the peace they so desperately seek. Spirituality explains that they are going through a process of self-discovery, where each reflection brings new answers and brings them closer to their own truth. This path of maturation requires courage and honesty with herself, because she understands that she can only fully experience love if she accepts her own vulnerability. This inner journey is allowing them to see you with new eyes. They are beginning to understand the depth of your value, to recognize the power of your light and the importance of the presence you represent. The angels say that in her thoughts, she sees you as an anchor of peace, someone who has brought her a sense of completeness that she now realizes she can't find in anyone else. This understanding makes her want more and more to overcome her fears and seek a reunion. Dear soul, know that the angels show you that this person is following your life from afar, looking for signs that you still have space for them. They observe your growth, your strength in moving forward, and this makes them reflect on what they need to change in order to live up to you. Spirituality reveals that, for her, you are an example of resilience and self-love, and this example awakens in her the desire to be someone better, to be someone who can be by her side in a genuine and complete way. However, this desire to get closer is accompanied by an intense fear that you are no longer willing to make room for her in your life. This fear that time has erased the connection you shared makes you hesitate, wondering if the prolonged silence hasn't caused a definitive estrangement. The angels show you that this fear of losing you is what has kept you stuck in painful indecision, where every step you take seems insufficient. Spirituality wants you to know that this person is sincerely considering a reunion, but feels that they first need to come to terms with their own faults and fears. They know that coming back to you without having faced their own shadows would not be fair, and so the angels reveal that they are in a process of healing and acceptance. This process is slow, but it is fundamental, so that if you meet again, you will do so fully and honestly. Dear soul, the angels ask you to maintain patience and love for yourself, because this journey that your loved one is facing is also an opportunity for you to continue strengthening your essence. They say that your personal growth and strength are lights that guide this person and show them that it is possible to overcome their own challenges and live love in a true way. In addition, the angels reveal that, by reflecting on the two of you, this person realizes how much this connection challenges them to be someone better. The bond you share is not just an ordinary relationship, but a transforming force that demands of her a courage she didn't know she possessed until then. With every thought about you, she understands that true love is not a coincidence, but a gift that comes with the purpose of mutual evolution and growth. Dear soul, the angels whisper that this person feels in their heart a desire to get closer, but is still in a moment of self-acceptance. Every reflection she makes, every memory she relives, brings her closer to the truth she has always tried to avoid, that the love she feels for you is real, is intense, and is a call for her to reconnect with what is genuine. However, the angels also want you to understand that this process requires time, and that forcing or rushing this transformation could compromise the depth of the reunion you are both seeking. For this reason, the angels encourage you to remain firm and confident in your own light. They tell you that, while you continue on your journey of growth and evolution, this person will be silently inspired and learning from your example. Every step you take towards self-love and inner peace is a sign that reaches her, showing her the way back to what is real and true. In moments of solitude, she relives every moment, every smile, and every word exchanged. For her, these memories represent more than just memories. They are a reflection of something that has never completely disappeared. Spirituality shows that, as much as she tried to deny it, she now understands that this feeling is stronger than she expected, and leads her to think of you with a frequency she can't control. This realization brings with it a mixture of longing and regret, because she understands that, in moving away, she left a part of herself behind. The angels reveal that this person has been reflecting on what they really want for their future, and that, in these reflections, you always appear as an essential figure. As much as she has hesitated and hidden behind fears and insecurities, she now feels that she needs to face the truth about what she feels. In her thoughts, she asks herself about the choices she has made, about the moments when she could have acted differently, and these reflections have become a kind of invitation to face what she previously avoided. Dear soul, know that this person is at a moment of great vulnerability. Spirituality shows that they are going through a process of deconstructing old beliefs and patterns that have led them to keep their distance from you. They are beginning to understand that the fears that drove them away were built on past experiences and the insecurities they carry with them. As she reflects on these barriers, she realizes that if she wants to experience true and lasting love, she needs to find the courage to face her own demons and accept her own vulnerability. This process is not easy. Spirituality explains that she feels torn between the desire to get closer and the fear of hurting herself or you. The angels say that in her heart, there is a genuine desire for reconciliation, but also a fear that time and distance may have changed everything. She fears that by looking for you, she may discover that the place she once occupied in your life is no longer available, and this idea paralyzes her, leaving her in a state of indecision and uncertainty. However, the angels want you to know that, despite this fear, she feels a deep need to right the wrongs of the past. In her thoughts, she rehearses the words she would like to say, the apologies she feels are necessary, and the gestures of affection she would like to share with you. This desire for rapprochement is not just an attempt to ease the burden of guilt, but a sign that she recognizes the value of the two of you and feels that there is still something to be experienced by your side. The angels show that this person is watching you grow from afar and is inspired by your strength. For them, you represent an example of how it is possible to move forward with dignity and courage, and this awakens in them a desire to also become someone worthy of being by your side. She sees you as a source of light, an anchor of stability, and this admiration motivates her to want to improve herself, to face her own fears, and to seek a better version of herself. Dear soul, the angels ask you to remain calm and serene while this person goes through this process of self-discovery. They say that in order for a true reunion to happen, they first need to understand who they are and what they really want. This journey they face is actually a call for them to find their truth and come to terms with their own choices. Only then will she be able to offer you a love based on honesty and maturity. In addition, the angels reveal that this person is questioning whether the love they feel is reciprocated. They wonder if, after so much time and silence, you would still be willing to offer them another chance. These thoughts leave them in a state of anxiety, where every doubt becomes a barrier preventing them from taking action. However, spirituality shows that this person is willing to face this fear, because the feeling they have for you is stronger than any insecurity they may have. Dear soul, the angels want you to know that this person carries in their heart an affection and admiration for you that has grown over time. In her moments of introspection, she finds herself imagining what it would be like to meet you again and finally be able to share everything that has been left unsaid. This reunion is, for her, a hope that you can reconnect and build something stronger, truer, based on the learning and evolution you have both experienced. Spirituality says that, at this moment, the angels are working alongside her, encouraging her to find the courage she needs to let go of her pride and live love to the full. This is a delicate but essential process, so that one day you can meet again and build a solid, true relationship. The angels ask you to trust the process and to keep your heart open, because this love you share is a divine gift, destined to illuminate your lives. Today, she understands that this distance has not brought her peace, but rather an emptiness that she cannot fill. In her heart, this love is like a flame that refuses to go out, a constant presence that makes her reflect on the decisions she has made and what she really wants for the future. The angels reveal that, in her thoughts, she wonders what it would be like to have a new chance, a fresh start where she could finally show what she feels without fear or reservation. This desire to be reunited is proof that their love for you is real, and that your absence has become a force that pushes them towards healing and understanding. When they think of you, they feel a mixture of regret and hope. They find themselves longing for an opportunity to do things differently, to be honest, and to express what their heart has never stopped feeling. Spirituality shows that, although she seems hesitant, deep down she is gathering the strength to face what previously frightened her. The angels are by her side, helping her to accept her own vulnerabilities and to understand that to love is also to allow oneself to be seen in a complete and true way. Dear soul, know that this person watches your path and admires you deeply. They see how you have faced each challenge with dignity, how you have kept your essence and moved forward with courage. This inspires them and at the same time challenges them, because they see in you someone who, despite the difficulties, hasn't lost the ability to believe in love and be true to what they feel. For her, you are proof that it is possible to love with purity and strength, and this example awakens in her the desire to be by your side in an authentic way. However, the angels want you to understand that this journey of self-discovery is still in progress. Your loved one is going through a healing process, where she needs to face her own fears and insecurities. They understand that true love requires courage, and that they need to be able to offer this feeling in a full and mature way. This recognition is an essential step so that one day you can have a relationship based on trust and transparency. Throughout this time of silence, This person has come to value what you've experienced in a way that they weren't able to understand before. Every memory, every detail about you has become an anchor that keeps them connected to what is real and true. For her, you are someone who brought a unique light into her life, someone who showed her what genuine love is, and who helped her realize that the way of the heart is the truest way. The angels ask you to maintain patience and trust, because this person's every step towards understanding is guided by spirituality. They say that, although it may seem like a long wait, time is needed for them to transform and free themselves from the emotional burdens they still carry. This transformation is what will allow you, when the time is right, to meet again and build something strong and lasting. Dear soul, spirituality wants you to know that, when the time is right, the reunion will be an event of peace and serenity, a moment when the two of you can look at each other with the certainty that what you feel is true and pure. This love, which has been through so many trials and challenges, will be strengthened by the maturity and understanding you have both acquired along the way. The angels show you that the love you share is rare and special, and that it was made to grow and illuminate your lives. If, for some reason, fate decides that your paths will be separated, know that nothing you've experienced has been in vain. The angels say that this love has taught you precious lessons and helped transform you both into stronger, more aware people. What you shared will always be an important part of each other's journey, and this energy of love and learning will continue to manifest in your lives in ways that you may not yet fully understand. Dear soul, the angels ask you to trust in divine wisdom and the process you are going through. They want you to know that true love is never lost, but is transformed and continues to illuminate. This journey of waiting and patience is also an invitation for you to continue cultivating self-love and inner peace, as these feelings will be the basis for the love you will one day be able to share with this person, or with someone the universe sends to be by your side. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "Love is my way and my truth." Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, like it, and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.